Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's market update. Let's start with the macro. Yesterday was a pretty heavy session. We saw broad selling across the market with roughly $750 billion wiped out in market cap. The market closed slightly lower overall. S&P was down around 0.15%, and NASDAQ was a bit weaker, down about 0.25%. So we're seeing a bit of pressure, especially in tech. At the same time, energy is holding up better, mainly supported by the recent move in oil, even though we're seeing a bit of a pullback after that strong run. So overall, it looks more like rotation than a strong sell-off. And for today, the focus is really on macro. Say we have central bank decisions and some key U.S. data, so that could definitely bring some volatility. Next, a quick look at sector performance. We're seeing a mixed setup here. Energy is holding up relatively well, staying in an uptrend and still one of the stronger areas in the market. On the other side, financials and industrials are under pressure, both trending lower. Technology is more in consolidation, not showing strong direction right now. We also had earnings from Micron after the close. They reported strong results, mainly driven by demand in AI and data centers. But despite that, the stock actually moved lower, as the company talked about higher spending going forward. We also have several key earnings coming up today. Before the open, we have names like Alibaba and Accenture, while after the close, FedEx will be in focus. Looking at the setup ahead of earnings, we're seeing mostly cautious positioning. Some names like Alibaba and FedEx are trading slightly lower, while others are more mixed, suggesting there's no strong conviction going into the reports. Let's take a look at the names that saw the biggest pressure into the close. Right at the top here, we can see CVNA down about 7.5%. Let's quickly check what's behind this move. So here's the story. We're seeing a lot of bullish narrative around the stock after a massive run over the past few years. But despite that, the stock is actually selling off. We're also seeing pressure in other names like Otis, CHTR, and TTD, all down around 5 to 6% into the close. On the upside, we're seeing strength in a few names as well. LYB stands out here, up around 5.6%. The move is driven by a major price target upgrade along with continued strength in commodities. Let me show you a quick tool I use pretty much every day in my analysis. This is relative market rank. Let's take Google as an example. I'll go into Signals and select relative market rank and relative market rank slope. Here we can see the RMR line. This basically shows how strong the stock is compared to the rest of the market. Right now, it's around 85, so that tells us Google is still one of the stronger names out there. In general, the higher this number, the stronger the stock. And anything above 80 usually means there's solid demand behind it. Now, below that, we have the slope. This is important because it shows direction, so not just if the stock is strong, but whether that strength is getting better or starting to fade. And right now we can see the slope turning higher, which means momentum is starting to pick up again. So putting it together, Google is already relatively strong, and now we're seeing that strength improve again. That's usually where things get interesting. Also, quick tip. For easier use, I just add RMR as a column here. So I don't have to open each chart. I can quickly scan everything in one place, and here you can see the stronger names are highlighted in green, so it's very easy to spot leaders right away. That's it for today's market update. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or sign up to our research, and don't forget to do your own research.